どこへ行こうとも団長をお守りするのが私の使命です。そこに何の疑問もありません。その使命、もう必要ないと言ったらどうする?
Hey everybody, Fire Force Season 3 Episode 10 has just dropped. Sorry, I'm really stuffed up. I don't know if you guys can tell. This is a pretty exciting episode. Honestly, it's really hyping up next episode. So, let's get into the breakdown. We start off with Sho and Shinra inside the Adola Link, which we left off on last time. And this kind of seems like it was just a narrative device to move Sho's plotline forward. Because all that really happens is Shinra says hi. Sho asks, "Who are you?" And Sho has some kind of memory recollection where Hibana had deleted some of his memories apparently, and now he remembers his brother. So Sho is now trying to escape, and we see Sumire as well as the girl who can see the future and Hibane's bodyguard. And then we finally get to Arrow, which is his understaffling because he's the pillar and she's just the guardian of the pillar. And he says, "If you don't let me out of here, I will kill you." Then she's all like, no, that's not necessary. I'll do whatever you want me to do because I'm your guardian. That's my purpose. That's what I live for. And he's all like, what if that purpose no longer served any meaning? She's all like, you don't understand. I live for you. So that's pretty crazy. She says something pretty romantic, which is once an arrow is fired, it can never be taken back. So like that, it's like the word thing, you know, like once you say something, you can never take it back. That sounds really romantic. Not that I think that she's like into Sho like that, but you know, it's romantic language. Then the 8th is having this kind of hangout session, a meeting they call it. They start saying, oh well, the Great Cataclysm is probably going to happen. Everything is pretty much set up, and we need to talk about that. Captain Hibana shows up, special guest. She basically says, oh, here's my report on everything I know about doppelgangers and the Infernals. Then immediately hands it off. The scientist guy is just like reading over it like crazy. He's like, yes, this is mine. Ooh, Licht is a nerd. And apparently they say that Hibana is the first collaborator, which doesn't make any sense to me unless she set this up beforehand, because in just a minute we basically find out that Captain Obi is actually going around and talking to people within the Tokyo Empire, like one chef, which I'm not really sure how he's correlated to the plot, but I think we've seen him before, and the 4th's, I believe, vice captain, but maybe captain, the guy with the whistle. Of course, the mole shows up. He had shown up just a minute ago in order to save Hibana with the lady. I forget what he hit. He probably hit one of the kids who turned into Infernals. But Scop is here, and Shinra's super happy about it. And he asks, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? And Scop goes into a long story about how he got here. Shinra has to restate, why are you here? And he says, I'm going to tell you that the Great Cataclysm is going to happen really soon. Like, really soon. We find out they weren't lying. As the Great Cataclysm Execution Officer, Fei Ri shows up. This is the first time I've seen this kid, and let me say, he looks tough. Like, he looks like Sho had a child with Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! This guy, he looks like he can handle like a boss fight. And then they ask Hibana how everything is going, and she looks into her mind and she's all like, oh, like out of the infinite numbers pi makes up, they found the end point. Who knows? Maybe they're just that much more advanced that they think that they've solved something that we think is impossible to solve. Anyway, Sumire starts hitting the worst dance move of all time, but she's old, so it's fine, and basically plunges the earth into what seems like the worst vibration ever, and everyone is experiencing shaking. Buildings are shaking. Nothing's broken yet that I've seen, but then out in the middle of the ocean, there's a ship, and they're freaking out because there's giant waves coming up. Then there's this giant tower. No explanation as to what the tower is. Maybe it's one of the 7 pillars? Maybe it's not a pillar? I don't know. This giant thing has shown up. I don't really know how to take that. Yeah, giant pillar. Anyway, what do you guys think? Are you excited for next week's episode? Because I am. I want to see what next week has brought us. It should only be... Unless they do a double take on this season, which I think they might, but I'm not going to jinx it. Should only be 2 episodes left. So what do you guys think is going to happen in these next 2 episodes? Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you guys until next time. You guys have a blessed day.
And while you're here, go ahead and check out this video to see what you might have missed.